Hello. Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me so I don't screw around all this without not having any sound. Hey, JP Fluff, Sue, Honeybee Hi, Jackie Blue, Cece Lava, Silent Troll, Stacy May. Stacy, did you see we made another hit list video? DC made us on a video. Cool, thank you, that girl. Yeah, DC put us on a neat little. Jimbo and Kemper are also on the list that supports what was it, womanizers and abusers or something like that. It was ridiculous. I was gonna, and Griff just went live, and I was gonna do Griff today because, oh Lord, like I don't know, it's 2 o'clock this morning. I woke up, nobody was on. There was nothing. I was like, oh, what the hell is Griff bitching about? So I went over there and I fell asleep to his video, and I woke up like I was reviewing his video on a live stream, like I was talking about it, and I was cracking myself up, and I'm like, oh my god, I have to go over that. But now I don't know if it'd be so funny in the daylight, but I might do that tonight, but after Barnyard, before the stand. Hey, Fitz Crank, John Deere Girl, crew, Grammy 2. So, Lord, I don't know about y'all, but when I was watching, I think it was Ernie. Oh, I can't remember right now. Ernie or Nicolina. And the shit they were saying, Nicolina saying Roger Brown was handsome in his glasses. And she was saying how funny Ernie was. And my first thought was, hand to God, you will never see me say Roger Brown looks handsome in his glasses. And hey, Dodie and Tracy. And you'll never see me in Southern Girl here. Yeah, you'll never see me blowing smoke up Ernie Shell's ass either. And I just put that video up of Nicolina being over there on Benny's panel. And she told Benny, yeah, Ernie's at my house. He's downstairs. He's there because Jimbo's supposed to be coming to Michigan. And if he does, he could take Ernie with him. And I'm like, is it just me? Or did she just tell Ernie that she was setting him up? Plain as day. I don't think he's really there. I think she's full of shit. But if you listen to her, hypocrisy. Oh, she's hot to trot for Roger. Yeah, she was. Yeah, Roger's a genius. He sure was. Yeah. Hey, Kathy. I laughed my ass off last night watching this. So I hope, hey, Skirts Left Kidney. I hope you all will see it laugh as much as I did, because I was watching it and I was just like, oh no, she did it. Oh no, she did it. And it was ridiculous. It was so ridiculous. It wasn't even funny. Yeah, he's not there. I know he's not there. Too funny her and BK back. Yeah, and I will say this. I don't think I've ever been disrespectful to Benny. I may have been upset with him a few times, didn't like, what he did or his choices. But I don't recall ever being just outright disrespectful to him. And he didn't show me the same courtesy. So there's that, I guess. Not that it breaks my heart that much, but yeah, it was just something I noticed. So let's get into this video, because it's a doozy. It's a doozy. I'll check back over here to chat, because like my window screen here is small and I'm getting blinder every day. Okay, let's listen.
You guys, much respect. God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting a good fight.
Let me know if you can hear this when it starts to play. It's going hella slow.
Make those synapses work.
Either too far or not enough. There we go.
Meetings I got to go to and
Can you hear the video?
join these big groups. These groups have been wanting me in these meetings. So I'm going to end it right now and let Nicolina's going live. So everybody go to Nicolina. You guys, much respect. God bless you all. Thank you all for fighting a good fight. We'll see you later on.
That's not where I wanted it to start.
Fucking live time.
I want to start all the way back here. Okay. Let me know if you can hear the video. I wanted to try if you can hear the video.
Son down there waiting on me. And the guy said, well, you need to call our emergency service, 911. Okay. So I did.
Does anybody want this clip? Who wants this clip? You can have this clip. If you put it out there, I mean, it's not right.
Ernie, anybody wants it, they'll just take it. It's not that special.
Who wants this clip? You can have this clip. If you put it out there, I mean, it's not right. It's not right. First off, if I ever say that I'm going to go somewhere and whip somebody's ass, you better believe I'm going to go somewhere and try to whip somebody's ass or get my ass kicked one. Simple.
Who remembers Benny Keys? Who remembers, I think it was 2 trips now that he has said he went to Texas. I remember the one time he was down hiding in the back bushes and he could see the dogs or some shit like that, you know? Yeah. Never kicked Benny's ass then. And then here recently, wasn't it not too long ago? He was supposed to be down there too? Yeah, Prissy, he's a pussy. Wasn't he down there not too long ago? Supposed to be kicking Benny's ass? And yeah, honeybee. I can't count the times he was going to kick Jimbo's ass, bounce him like a basketball. Do you think we forget all this, Ernie? Your little, Tiggers over there might forget, but we remember. Hey, Andy Figs. Are you having a problem there, Andy Figs? Hurry up and say something intelligent before, because I just might block you because I'm just in that mood. But if you got something intelligent to say, if he doesn't have anything intelligent to say, we can block him. Chris said, I do believe you also told Jamie to come fight him and didn't show up. Yeah. Yep. Skern got back onto Alice's. You're sounding crazy again. Yeah. Okay, let's listen to more.
Pulls that. If I broadcast it that I'm coming to whip your ass, you damn well better believe. Not if I just say, oh, I'm here, I'm going to whip your ass. But if I broadcast it and I say I'm going to kick your ass or I'm going to whip your ass, I'm going to do my damnedest to whip your ass. You've done something that for some reason it's made me feel like I should go and whip your ass or try to whip your ass or something like that.
Yet I've never seen, but I guess one fight where you fought the trailer skirting. But other than that, no, I don't think I've ever seen you show up. And I know you said it repeatedly, many times.
I will never, ever do what this clown done.
Right, because you won't even put the effort to go. You'll just stay whatever state you're in and say you're there and fake it. Yeah, you're right, Ernie. You're absolutely right there.
Threatened to essay his daughter and his wife, which was not true. Not true, not even one iota of truth.
Now that I haven't got clarity on. Nicolina said that somebody put it in the chat. I don't know if somebody put it in the chat and told Jimbo. I haven't got clarity on that part. But that's the least of their worries.
He was doing that to manipulate you. I couldn't imagine making up a lie and saying so-and-so just threatened to SA my daughter Maggie.
Really? You couldn't imagine. Now, look at the guy behind her. That's her son, I guess. There's a somber mood in this household because her husband just lost his best friend. So, dude behind her is like a solemn mood. And here's Nicolina going off about shit that don't even matter to her.
Karma's a bitch, Jimbo.
That was what got me. Karma's a bitch. Nicolina. Karma's a bitch, indeed. Karma is a big old bitch. Remember that song that Ernie made about me? She's a big old bitch, big old bitch, big old bitch. Karma is a big old bitch indeed. You need to worry about your karma, Nicolina. There was zero absolutely right. I just thought that was hilarious when she said that. How dare you say this and you need to worry about karma. Girl, you got karma coming to you like you got more karma coming to you than you have life to live. So, miss me with that shit about the karma. Hi, Val. Hi, China. Let me get back over here.
You are literally putting some... And I can't figure out why. Except for that she's a prop in your fucking fake, pretend everything is perfect story.
Boy, that chaps her ass. It really chaps her ass that she thinks that Jimbo has a pretend everything's perfect story. Just a second, let me get my dog. She's super pressed about Jimbo's supposed pretend story. Everything's perfect. Just a second. Okay, I think they're done. Back to this. She's really pissy about Jimbo's, what she sees as he having a perfect life, but it's fake. What if it's not, Nicolina? What if it's not? What if everybody in that household is just pretty damn happy? Why does that chap your ass so bad? Okay, back to this.
You and your wife and your fake tears and oh my noogie, Nicoliner. Stop that. Wrestler. Good storyline though, bro. Wonderful storyline.
I forgot to say, this is used under fair use. Criticism, commenting, reaction, review, and education. I think she privated it anyway.
that you would include your fucking 13-year-old daughter. And I'm pretty sure Molly's 14 because she was 12 18 months ago. I'm pretty sure she's 14.
Oh, because Nicolina would never include Molly in a story, right? Mm-hmm. Is that hypocritical, or is that just being a dumb bitch? To sit up there on your throne and act as if, right?
Not that her age matters, but she's still older than Pauletta when you married Pauletta.
Raise your hand if you didn't know that. How many times is she going to say that? How many times has it proven that it's not working, Nicolina? It's not working. The folks that are 12 or 12 are 12 is 12. Everybody else is batshit crazy. So you can keep beating that horse, but it's not getting anywhere. I swear she wakes up every morning and she goes to Playboard or Social Blade and she scrolls down to Jimbo's numbers and she's going, did he lose one? Did he lose one sub? Did he lose one sub? Just a second. Okay. She goes over there and she wants to make sure that he didn't, he's lost one or two. She's going to keep track of it. She's got to know. You do, Jimbo, you do. But she's got to know that whatever she's done, fuck shit she's done today. Oh, sorry, try to stop saying that word. But she's going to try to make sure that he loses at least one sub. I heard a beep. It's not over here.
Children that cut at this age and proclaim that they're suicidal, they're either throwing fits because they're not getting their way, or there's some deep-seated emotional issues that have arisen throughout their lifetime.
And where did you get your psychological degree? Isn't she quite full of herself over here? She reminds me a lot of Bullhorn Betty. Knows everything. Done it better, had it worse, whatever it is. Yeah, that's Nicolina.
Boy.
You have no idea what I'm about to do to this man. Damn. It's going to be the worst day of your life, Roger. Now, if you show up wearing a dress, I'm not going to hit you, so don't do that. His picture, Roger showed a picture.
Then the comments over here are
between 2 and
just a second.
fake. It's not real.
Oh. We might get through this today without the dogs interrupting 5 times. Okay, I think they're gone. Well, come on with it.
They were skip tracing. Yeah, hell yeah, they did.
Do you notice that she sounds just like Benny? She has that, I think somebody said it was that's a trait of like being a narcissist, that you pick up other people's personality traits. Like when she was always with Rap, she used to sound a lot like Rap.
He sits there.
And now she sounds a lot like Benny. Mm-hmm.
Y'all are me demonic, a piece of shit. Hey, I'm retired. Let me go to her house and assault her. I will tell you, bring it. I'm going to behave just like Roger. I'm not like Jimbo, who has a loud bark and is no bite. Jimbo can't even lift his arms up past. His arms are atrophied. He can't make a fist.
Nicolina or chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard Nicolina or any of the mental girls say Jimbo's faking. Jimbo's not disabled. He's just faking. He's not disabled. He could work. I've heard that repeatedly. And now, from here on out, you'll notice how many times she or one of the mental girls will bring up that Jimbo can't walk, Jimbo can't reach, Jimbo can't stand, Jimbo can't sit, Jimbo's going blind. So, Nicolina, we don't ever want to hear any more bullshit about Jimbo's not disabled, because here you are saying how disabled he is. So you got to pick a lane. You got to pick a lane, Nicolina. Roger said that's why Roger didn't come out of the bushes. He thought Jimbo had a case of soap. Yeah, scared to death. Absolutely. And Shannon, the Shannon 681, she's the one that gave him the name Stinky Brown. But yeah, but Nicolina says he's handsome. He's handsome with his glasses. I don't know if I got it on this clip or not, but if you watch the clip from that day, Roger says, if he comes on this property, I've got my gun. And everybody said, well, that's reasonable. You know, you're on your property and you want to defend it. And he said, and anytime I walk down that road, I've got my gun. So who was the pussy? If Jimbo took the effort to drive to his house, to his area, if Roger Brown was serious, Roger Brown would have put the gun on the porch and walked out to the street and duked it out. But no, Jimbo, come to my driveway. Jimbo, come to my street. I'm going to have a gun. Yeah. So much for your Jimbo's a pussy bullshit. Because Jimbo drove there. Biddy, is this really Biddy? He said, but Jimbo can bet a 12-year-old that will never go away. Yeah, Benny, you're right. But guess what, Benny? He thought she was 15. And don't sit over there, what's Nicolina's word, on your sanctimonious ass and tell me you check the ID of every chick that you betted. So you can say 12 is 12 all you want, Benny. But the fact is, Benny, we already had this discussion. Many 12-year-old girls look 15 or 16 or 17. Many of them. But y'all going to run with that because you can't think of any shit that he's done currently, Benny. Like, weren't you just in some trouble for stalking some shit or harassing? No, y'all ain't got nothing on Jimbo now. So you got to refer back to 30 fucking years ago. That's lame, Benny. That's lame. It's ridiculous. And you know what? It hasn't worked. Do you know how many people that respect you, Benny? And I think that you also respect, don't flow with the 12 is 12 bullshit. You might want to check into that. Because I was one of the people that said 12 is 12 until I realized that Jimbo didn't know she was 12. And it was legal even if he knew she was 12. And your picture that you're going to throw out there the image of a flat-chested little tiny 12-year-old girl, not even considering the fact that she might have been boobs, well-developed 12-year-old little girl that looked 15 or 16. But guess what, Benny? It was still legal. They weren't married that long. And to date, he's been married 30 years to his current wife. But y'all don't want to give him any credit for anything he's done, right? You don't want to do that. No. You want to sit over there and talk shit about the only thing you can talk shit about, Benny. How many baby mamas do you have? How many marriages have you had, Benny? Just to. So we should just a minute. Okay, let's Benny say. So we should bed 12-year-olds? No, Benny, we shouldn't. Absolutely. Who said that? See, Benny, don't make me include you in the Mean Girls trigger twats, because that's some stupid ass shit they would say. Oh, so we should bed 12-year-olds? Did anybody say that, Benny? No. We shouldn't bed 12-year-olds. But we need to be critical thinkers. You know what? And this is it, Benny. You, I think, pride yourself on being a critical thinker, an analyzer. You cannot be a critical thinker, analyzer, and sit over there and say shit like, "Oh, so we should bed 12-year-olds." No, we shouldn't, Benny. But we also need to know that some 12-year-old girls might lie and say they're 15. It happens. It happens a lot. Did you ever ask any of the girls you dated, Benny, for an ID? I doubt you did. I doubt you'd be honest about it anyway. Okay, just a second. I'll drop you a link. But Benny, if you get up here and talk to me, you got to talk like a normal, rational person. And don't be all screaming and yelling and going like that with me, because that's not going to work. But not this one. Constance, have you ever seen pictures of this woman when she was young? I have. Benny, no, I haven't. But Benny, I know that Ernie said she was 85 pounds, and Jimbo respectfully said, no. You know? There you go, Benny. Come up here and talk to you normal. Don't be all screaming and yelling, because that ain't never going to work. I guess, Jimbo, if you want to come up too, that way, you and Benny can, instead of me being up here, telling your story, you could tell your story. Now, I don't mind telling your story, but I am the number one ball licker, remember? You still think that's funny as fuck. Okay. Now, where's Benny going to pop up on this thing here? Yeah, yes, thank you. Is he still here? No, he's not going to form bomb me because I want to put up a screen. But that's just fucking weird too. I mean, that's a sexual assault in my opinion. Well, okay, I guess he's not. I don't know. Gonna come up here or not, Benny? Gonna come up here or not? He might not be. I mean, people are just a little impatient. A little impatient. Yeah, I'll put up that thing. So anyway, no, I think enough said. I think that was his sister. I think that it was Benny's sister. Like I said when I started this off, I've not always seen eye to eye with Benny, but I've never, called him to shit that he's not. Like he's sitting there saying that I supported rap. Yeah, you're a rape supporter and you're a pedophile supporter. Nah, I'm not. That's what happens when you believe Nicolina's lying ass, which is why you shouldn't have her on panel. But Benny, you had the perfect opportunity to, yeah, right, Michelle, to be the one that interviewed. You're right, Paisley, you shouldn't. You're right. All the facts are out there. He's told it 100 times. And Benny, if traders didn't know that, traders like, oh, I didn't know he thought she was 15. It wasn't pedophile anyway. So the big 12-12 campaign is just, smoke screen, I guess. Yeah, no one supports rape, right? No one supports rape. Tammy said, I have tried many times to watch it and like BK and it failed every time. I go back and forth with Benny. I've been mad, just like when I was mad at rap. Like I said, I was mad at rap, Jimbo and everybody, at one point. But, time heals all wounds and you get over shit. And, and I like a lot of people in Benny's chat. So that's, and I like to go over and chat in Benny's chat. But, Kaz is a mod now. So she's got this weird, thinking that a wrench gives her some power and some shit. I don't have to be there, Kaz. I don't have to be there. But back to the thing, Benny. You had the perfect chance to interview Pauletta. Is her name Pauletta? Paulette? And you let Nicolina tell you that it wasn't going to be the right Paulette. Well, I bet you that Jimbo would have set it up to where you could have checked the chick's ID. See, this is the real Paulette. Only Nicolina would think of some shit like it's not the real Paulette. And you believed her. You had the perfect opportunity, and it says a lot about Jimbo's credibility, maybe, that he picked one of his haters to do the interview. Instead of having someone that, one of his friends do it and be soft on him, he knew you would go hard. And you fucked it off because you thought she was not going to be the right Paulette. And then you come up with some shit. Well, she said that he ruined her life. Nah. I don't want to call you a liar, Biddy, but if you got that information from Nicolina, hey, I'm going to call bullshit. But, you could have solved, you could have had your way with this, Biddy, is what I'm trying to say. You could have interviewed her. But it's much easier to throw out this bullshit than to just fucking be normal. Sorry, don't want to cuss. You'd rather do this. I challenge you. You would think if the man is a piece of shit like you say he is, you would find some shit on him that's like here within the here and now. Ernie swears he's dealing drugs. Can you find some of that? What else do they say he was doing? Oh shit, they got a whole laundry list of shit they say he does. Was it Benny? You of all people should know how much of a lying scuzzbag. Yeah, Nicolina is. Yep. He can wall over there if she wants to. Just wall over if he wants to. Benny also ought to know what it's like to be judged on something you're not. I understand that he's got an issue with Jimbo because Jimbo had his daughter or something on panel. But what is the correct term? Mutual combat. It's mutual combat. Benny, you would have done the same thing. You'd have done the same thing. So don't be a sanctimonious. What's the other word? Sanctimonious self-pontification. What the hell was that word she used? But yeah, Benny, I would really like the opportunity to have an intelligent discussion about this, but guess that's not going to be possible. So you could just make all your 12 was 12 jokes and all that shit. Hey, Boston Nick. Did Nick get struck? I know she got the one video was taken down for harassment. I got a notification about that. Shai says, I will call Benny a liar. Sorry, not sorry. Yep. His daughter was of age. Right. There's just some things that I wouldn't do on either side, I would never I guess I would just never want to I would never hate Benny that much to want to hurt him that bad. Like if his daughter did have some fucked up shit to say, I would realize the dynamic, and she's probably bitter, and that broke my heart. But I also know that Benny would have done the same thing. In fact, he's doing kind of worse with the 12 is 12 bullshit. So, okay, should we get back to the video? Huh.
The pink tub is a pink.
I didn't see
He can't
that.
walk. He's hunched down like this, but yet for clicks and views, he's going to go after Roger Brown. And I watched the chat from his deleted live because that deleted live is now going to go to every fucking school board in Kentucky. Oh yeah, Jimbo, you can't sue me. No. We got clips from a few months ago where you were blaming someone else for Molly's fucking.
Wasn't she also saying that Jimbo wasn't a school teacher? Pretty sure I heard that come out of her mouth. He's not a school teacher. He's not coaching basketball. Oh, now she's over there crowing. I'm going to send all the. Go ahead, Nicolina. Go ahead. the term pick a lane has never been more fitting.
Suicidal behavior. You know that we have a good archivist over here. And then once prior to that, you were blaming somebody else, Jimbo. I believe one of the ladies are putting together a premiere that's going to be all of Jimbo's lies about his daughter, Molly, and her suicidal ideations, which I don't think she's suicidal. I think Jimbo.
That's where this is crossing the line here, because nobody needs to be putting that out. You would have a shit fit if anybody put anything about your daughter, and rightly so. But you're going to put out a premiere and a big compilation for Molly. You're a sick bitch. You really are.
Is suicide baiting to incite rage, violence, and to move your attention over here instead of where it should be on him. Why do you guys like?
I can't think of any more rage, enticing violence, whatever the fuck she just said, than to call a man a pedophile. It's not a pedophile. Do you hear yourself, Nicolina? Do you think before you ramble on? No, you don't, because if you did, you'd be like, fuck, I can't say that. That makes me look like a hypocrite.
Being lied to. That's what I don't understand. The minute I feel someone is lying to me and being dishonest, that's it, I'm done. I'm not going to double down my support for a liar, but if you like to be lied to, you're probably...
Oh, no, she did it. This was where it was hilarious to me. She just said...
This motherfucker's now going live when...
She just said she's not going to double down her support for a liar. Who's she supporting? Ernie Shell? Is he a liar? I do believe. Here coming up, you'll hear her say all this shit about sexual predator she wouldn't support, a liar she wouldn't support, a deadbeat dad she wouldn't support. And I'm like, hello? Was it McFly? Hello? Do you realize who you're supporting? Ernie Shell. Yeah, she's over there saying that shit. Yeah, Ernie's a liar for hire. Yep. And Nick, what I want to do somehow, I want to make a clip that has a mirror. I don't know if it's a mirror image, but like everything that she says, I'm going to hold that mirror up to her, because it's like, bitch, you just said that about yourself. Absolutely.
I go live. Ernie. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I did. She says she's playing, but she's not playing. Ernie's going live at her time to go live.
All right, I'm back. I'm not going to say hello to everybody. Sorry about that. I know Ernie's live, and honestly, I'm going to kick his ass. Just kidding. You can call me unhinged all you want. You are in denial that the man that you have thrown yourself behind is a fucking compulsive liar. He starts shit.
She's talking to his subs. So she's saying, you know what? You could call me unhinged. And she absolutely was. None of us are threatened to cut a bitch, you know? But she's saying, you have thrown yourself behind a man who blah, 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 blah. As she sits there and supports Ernie Shell.
That he can't finish because he's a fucking weak motherfucker. He's lied to you and said he has a brain tumor. He has early onset dementia, that he has colon cancer. Yesterday it was, I have to have surgery on my elbow and my shoulder.
See, this is what I don't like about Nicolina, because she knows those are exaggerations or half truths at best. He has talked about having a colonoscopy because the preliminary test suggested that he had the colonoscopy. Well, she's going to turn that into, he said he had colon cancer. Everything that she's saying here, she's exaggerating it. So who does she think that she's preaching to? Her idiots already know she's lying. We know the truth over here. So you're wasting your breath, Nicolina. I mean, you're doing no good. What you're hoping to do is you're hoping that you get up in the morning and you run to Playboard or you run to Social Blade and you see if Jimbo lost one supporter. Did you lose one subscriber? Did my speech get one subscriber to fall off? And it hasn't worked this whole time. So I don't know why you're fighting the good fight, Nicolina, because you're not getting anywhere. You're not gaining any ground. And your family has had it with your shit. We can see just by the way they look in the background.
He's lied and told us that his daughter Molly is suicidal and cuts herself because of me, which is absolutely untrue. Children that cut at this age.
I don't believe he said that at all. But I'm going to skip past this part.
And do I go live when I'm making supper around supper time? Fuck yeah, I do. Want to know?
She's going to sit here and make excuses for being a horrible mother.
Online for days prior to this. When I saw Jimbo's fucking community post, I was like, what the fuck's going on? And I think that was between 2 and 3 o'clock yesterday EST time. What the fuck? By the time I leave work, I see Roger has responded.
Nicolina, did you do any critical thinking? I did. I went over to Roger's page. I was like, I wonder what started this with Jimbo. So I went to Roger's page. Guess what, Nicolina? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? There's a post from Roger that started it all. Indeed, it did. Indeed. I know you find that hard to believe, but just bounce your ass over there. Take your happy ass on over there and look and see. Roger Brown indeed did tell Jimbo to come. I don't remember the exact words. I want to, not have it right, but how you taking convictions? It was Roger started it. And so Jimbo replied back. Now, if Roger was the great warrior, He-Man, handsome man you say he is, why couldn't a little bitch just walk out to the driveway without a gun? Seems easy peasy to me, right? And then I still haven't fact checked it enough to know if Jimbo did call the cops. I don't know if he did say it or if he just said it and was fucking around. But yeah, if he hears that Roger's coming to the road with a gun, yeah, I think that's a call to make. Why couldn't Roger just leave the fucking gun at the house? Remember, back momentarily, spinning with my oldest boy. Yeah, Jimbo, that's way more important than this crap. We've been over this 100 times. But why couldn't Roger just step on out there in the street? Like he said he wanted to go knuckles and pavement. Well, then why didn't you step on out to the damn street? I don't understand that, Roger. Maybe you want to come over here and take a link and explain why you said, come on out to the street and we'll fight on the pavement. But yet you wouldn't step out there without a gun. This whole video, she's sitting there tooting Roger's horn, which is a gross fucking thought. But she's up there tooting Roger's horn and is not the obvious hitting her in the ass. Hey, big dog. Sticky Brown has invented the entire male population out there. Has to fight. Invited, yeah. Yeah. You can tell he's a pussy. They stretch her out there and strut alike. It's like, no, bitch, no. And if you caught it, I got the clip too, where he said, that neighbor, and that neighbor all have guns on Jimbo. That lady's son's a constable, and I already talked to them. So prior to Jimbo even getting there, Roger had his neighbors circling the wagon with guns and ready. But then he wants to act like he did some great feat by sitting on his porch not doing shit. Right. Mo said Smelly Brown not only brought his gun, but he also had, he had a nunchucks and a walking stick and a dog and a cat. Yeah, saying Jimbo doesn't get to change the rules of engagement. No shit. Yeah. Roger, it wasn't like you were at War Games. It was a backcountry Kentucky brawl. Rules of engagement. How stupid. You either want to fight or you don't, dude. You put your gun down, you walk off the fucking porch, and you scrap. But no, he couldn't do that. He couldn't do that. Nope. So, miss me with that shit, Roger. He absolutely was, John. He was scared. You can see his little eyes. He's batting him. Yep, he was.
Is in a psychiatric spiral because of her parents, not because she somehow watched one of Nicolina's 18 plus lives because she took her dad's tablet or her dad's watch. That's simply untrue. That's not true. He's lying to you. He's sad baiting suicide.
Nicolina, how would you?
Last month, that was inoperable.
You're hoping that's true, but you don't know that's true. And why would you be speaking on it anyway? It was just last week when you said traders had to walk away because you heard something devastating. It crushed you. When you heard about Molly, it just crushed you. And the one way to get to your heart was, let me find out about a little girl that is having trouble, or that her daddy's left her, and I'll never fuck with you again. That's all you got to do, is let me find out that you've had a troubled childhood, and I'll never mess with you again. And the waterworks, and the theatrics were going. And then hours later, Jimbo's beautiful out. Jesus Christ, I was having such a stressful life because I couldn't say that. Yeah, that's some civil shit right there. Unhinged, yep. It's not our business to know about your daughter, Nicolina, but I would be, if I was to guess, I would have, I would think that it's just not, all right in her head either, because she sees the shit you do. You act like she's coming in, you be quiet, but you're a loud ass mouth, and the shit you say goes all over your house. And your husband has had about enough of it.
But then she went through surgery. Miss Melanie also does have an adult son that has cerebral palsy. Do you think Jimbo and Thelony are taking care of Aunt Melanie out of the goodness of their heart? No. It's because.
Let's see, this is the more sick bitch shit. Jimbo's aunt is in a stage of life. Jimbo and Thelma are taking care of her. Instead of just respecting the end stage of life, or the shit that Jimbo and Thelma are going through, or the entire shit that she's put Jimbo through to date, on top of this, no, she's going to go over here and talk shit about a dying woman. Who the fuck does that, Nicolina? Why does she do that? Because she has this big war built up in her head. Why does she war with Jimbo? You know why she wars with Jimbo? Because Jimbo and her were fighting against Ernie. And when Ernie had his flip out or whatever, Jimbo felt a tug at his heart, or his kids, how to tug at his heart. And he, as a good man, gave Ernie another chance. And he fist bumped Ernie. And Nicolina lost her shit. And the war has been on since then. She wasn't warm with Jimbo before all this. 12 was 12, wasn't before all this. She's warm with Jimbo because Jimbo fist bumped Ernie. But yet, according to Nicolina, Ernie's in her basement. What the fuck, Nicolina? You're pissed at Jimbo for fist bumping Ernie to squash things? You were so pissed about that, but you got the man living in your basement. Not that I really believe he's in your basement, but you say he's there. You have this man that there's clip after clip, video after video of you saying how bad he is as a predator. According to you, you have this man in your house around your daughter. Yeah. Let's see why Nicolina really wars with Jimbo. You know why she wars with Jimbo? The same reason that Bullhorn Betty screams at empty buildings and out in the yard of missing children, because she gets off on the screaming and yelling and warring. That's her thing. And Jimbo was a easy target. You notice she can't pick anybody else on the whole entire internet, not even me, to war with. She's got to stick it to Jimbo, 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 Jimbo. She said the other day, please get a clicker and Janica, keep track of every time that Constance says my name. Well, we could do the same with you, Nicolina. How many times did she say, Jimbo, 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 Jimbo? She can't go a week. She could not go a week without saying Jimbo's name. She could go a few days without saying it. It almost caused her to have an absolute meltdown. It did cause her to have a meltdown because she couldn't call him a pedo. That's some unhinged bitch behavior right there.
They're getting paid to be her caretaker, overseeing her Social Security, overseeing her son's disability check, because there's always a motherfucking ulterior motive with Jimbo Andrew Collins. He doesn't ever do anything out of the goodness of his heart. It's either for praise from the public or financial gain.
Who the fuck is she to say that? And let's just say, you're right, Nicolina. Bitch, are you any better? The shit you have done publicly is a million times worse. And you're sitting up there on your sanctimonious ass talking shit. I need that mirror. Boston Nick, I need that mirror.
I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all over there call me demonic, a piece of shit. Hey, I'm retired. Let me go to her house and assault her. I will tell you, bring it. I'm gonna behave just like Roger. I'm not like Jimbo, who has a loud bark and is no bite. Jimbo can't even lift his arms up past. His arms are atrophied. He can't make a fist. He can't walk. He's hunched down like this, but yet for clicks and views, he's gonna go after Roger Brown. And I watched the chat from his deleted live, because that deleted live is now going to go to every fucking school board in Kentucky. Oh yeah, and Jimbo, you can't sue me. No. We got clips from a few months ago where you were blaming someone else.
I'm pretty sure Jimbo said more than once, made it very clear more than once, he's not suing you, Nicolina. He's not interested in taking you to civil court. What he is going to do is attempt to press criminal charges. Criminal, Nicolina. Criminal. Can you get that through your head? Criminal.
For Molly's fucking suicidal behavior. You know that we have a good archivist over here. And then months prior to that, you were blaming somebody else, Jimbo. I believe one of the ladies are putting together a premiere that's going to be all of Jimbo's lies about his daughter Molly and her suicidal ideations, which I don't think she's suicidal. I think Jimbo is suicide baiting to incite rage, violence, and to move your attention over here instead of where it should be on him. Why do you guys like being lied to? That's what I don't understand. The minute I feel someone is lying to me and being dishonest, that's it, I'm done. I'm not going to double down my support for a liar. But if you like to be lied to, you're probably a Biden fucking supporter. No offense.
Oh, yeah. Got to get that in there, you know.
Am I the perfect parent? Fuck no. Am I a better parent than Jimbo? Hell yeah.
No way.
Hell yeah.
No way.
You dig? I'm a better parent than him.
No way.
Can't mow the lawn, can't do dishes, can't, do snow removal, can't.
But remember how many times she has said, Jimbo's faking his disability. He's faking it. He's not really disabled. Which is it, Nicolina? Which is it? Pick a lane. I'm asking you now, are we going with the Jimbo isn't disabled? Or are we going with Jimbo is disabled? Because the description you're giving of him now, he can't do shit. So which is it, Nicolina? Pick a lie.
Rescue his wife from the neighbors while their dogs are attacking. He's just, I'm going to call the cops. He doesn't cook.
Because the neighbor had a gun. And guess what, Nicolina? You're the one that calls the cops on shit that doesn't even involve you. States away. States away. Doesn't even involve you. And you call the cops. And yet you're going to sit here and say, he called the cops when the neighbor had a gun. Who's being lied to? Your supporters are either ignorant beyond belief, and they know that's bullshit, because the people over here aren't. You're just a liar.
he doesn't clean. He doesn't financially provide. He sits there with this super inflated ego and then pretends to do victim care for Smoky Mountain Mama. Well, then last night he makes the false claim that Roger threatened to essay his daughter and his wife, which was not true. Not true, not even one iota of truth. He was doing that to manipulate you. I couldn't imagine making up a lie and saying so-and-so just threatened to essay my daughter Maggie.
But you can imagine saying that on the phone to police that he had a gun and he was a pedophile.
Karma's a bitch, Jimbo.
Absolutely, Nicolina.
You are literally putting some seriously bad juju on your little girl.
Right
And
back
I
at you.
can't figure out why. Except for that she's a prop in your fucking fake pretend everything is perfect story. You and your wife and your fake tears and oh my noogie, nickel leaner. Stop that. Wrestler. Good storyline though, bro.
I think she's triggered. Would this be what they call triggered? Like if I look this up in the diggered, if I look this up in the dictionary, would I see Nicolina's little face appear saying wrestler? She is pressed as F that Jimbo appears to have a good life. That just sets her the hell off.
Wonderful storyline. That you would include your fucking 13-year-old daughter, and I'm pretty sure Molly's 14 because she was 12 18 months ago. I'm pretty sure she's 14. Not that her age matters, but she's still older than Pauletta when you married Pauletta.
And
Jimbo, I see you shrinking and disappearing in front of us day by day. And
But it's not
what
the
I
same.
will say is the world on YouTube will be a better place when you're gone.
Back
Will I
at
be sad for your children? Sure. Will I be sad for felony? Absolutely. Because you have not prepared any of your children nor your wife to live life without you.
that's all lies.
You are a vile, abusive, disgusting human being.
That's what you want to make him out to be.
Am I? Sure.
Absolutely.
But I put my family first.
Never. No way.
Do I go live?
I see the way your husband looks at you when he comes in the kitchen and you're doing
We're gonna
stupid
look
shit.
at some shit. You ready? Put a 7 in the chat if you want to look at some bullshit.
Are y'all going to help with that? Cindy? You going to help carry her?
Mrs.
She does
Fletcher.
have a child. You going to help take care of him? He's 40 years old.
So this is Jimbo.
Oh, this was perfect timing right here. Whatever said, there's class action lawsuits everywhere for kids that have issues from social media. Maybe this is his motive to get money. Watch how Nicolino doesn't even acknowledge the comment.
Was deleted live from yesterday. Now, mind you, nobody instigated this except for Jimbo, not Rod.
I didn't get the clip, but anybody that wants to, want to help me do some little legwork, go to Roger Brown's profile, if a mod's here, and you can see the clip where Roger Brown makes the first comment before Jimbo ever does.
Jimbo, I see you shrinking and disappearing in front of us day by day. And what I will say is,
I hate that this doesn't go there. That might be it.
but those were Jimbo's priorities yesterday. Not his wife, not his dying aunt, and not a suicidal 13-year-old.
Now, this is another thing that she does, which is a weak bitch ass move. Two things can happen at once, Nick. Do you realize the man had had enough? Had enough. So while his wife was at home with his aunt and his wife was at home with his daughter, he went to kick Roger Brown's ass. Doesn't mean that he loved his aunt and his daughter any less, but he could step away from him because the wife was there, the family was there. But no, you're going to play this bullshit. Oh my God, Jimbo, how could you step away from your family? Because you're hoping just one subscriber believes your bullshit. Says, oh, that's it. I'm unsubbing. How dare he step away from his family when they needed him? No, critical thinking can say it was 20 miles away. He was going to take care of some shit and get back home before anybody ever missed him.
You dig?
You dig?
Hell yeah. That was his fucking, oh, was it a masochist? Sorry, crimes, okay. That was his priority yesterday.
This McB43 said, Jimbo's priority is YouTube, likes, and cash apps. Well, I don't believe that Jimbo asked for any cash apps. I do believe Ernie said that he would pay, but I don't think that Jimbo relied on any cash app to get down there. And if you do YouTube, of course you want likes. Of course you want views. Nicolina gets on here and doxes and tells some outrageous bullshit, which, has crushed at least one person that I know, two, in fact, for the same views and likes and cash apps. But when Jimbo has had enough and goes down to meet Roger Brown when Roger Brown called for it, oh my God, unsub for him, huh?
Yesterday, fucking with Roger Brown, and Roger Brown was ready to go to town on that fat fuck. And he chickened out and called.
Did she see the same shit I seen? I don't think she's seen the same shit I seen. How can she see the same shit that we seen and sit up there and say Roger Brown was getting ready to go to town? Lord. I just want to hold a mirror up. I got to get some app that just holds a mirror just right up to her. When she's saying that shit, just hold it right up to her. Yeah, Roger Brown was ready to go to town on that fat fuck. For one, could you imagine white knighting for Roger Brown and Ernie at the same time? Can you imagine sitting up there talking shit for Roger Brown? I mean, they label me number one ball sucker or liquor. So would that make Nicolina number one ball liquor? And if I had to choose the balls I licked, it sure the fuck wouldn't be Roger Brown's. No, never, never. Hand to God, you will never see me white knighting for Ernie Shell or Roger Brown. You have to reevaluate your stance on YouTube and think, how did you get here, Nicolina? How did you get there? You are now white knighting for Roger Brown, and according to you, you got Ernie living in your basement. How do you fall that far from grace? Was that part of your unhinged? I think it was. I think you lost your damn mind. Yeah, batshit crazy. Batshit crazy.
The cop. Jimbo called the cops on himself. Right? Keys are out there.
Peach Punch says, I got secondhand embarrassment. Grubby Goat said, it sure is a shame. I was so encouraged to see how nice Jimbo and Kemper were with Smokey on their panel. I'm disappointed. Who didn't see that coming? Who didn't see that coming? It's this reason right here where there was no coming together for the greater good, because you knew these bitches were gonna do this next. You knew they couldn't, drop it and really come together for the greater good. They had to be sanctimonious, maybe that's the word, and make it look like they took the high road. Because after all, Rap's subscribers were scrambling for a place to land. Well, look, Nick and them, they're being nice. Maybe she's not that bad at all. Well, we can come together for the greater good. Let's land here. But you knew it wouldn't last. It never lasts because it's fake. And now, Jimbo and Kemper are once again the devil.
I got the keys. Did I hear Ashley?
Oh, here we go.
He was renting his phone bill.
Yeah, he gave it to
So
me.
he's done for this week. So
Yeah.
it's okay. So tomorrow it's only her.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
I just need to know, so I'm not asking him come fucking Friday being a dick.
All right.
He's sick
This
of her
is
shit.
Jimbo's deleted live. Jimbo's priority is YouTube.
We have Miss Traders down here weighing in saying, PSA people who choose to die at home, like Jimbo's aunt, have access to extremely strong narcotics. Leaving a suicidal child around those is abuse and should be criminal. Traders, that's gaslighting, and that's just straight out bullshit. One, you don't know what drugs she has. Jimbo has said she doesn't want drugs. So that's bullshit. Two, you don't know who's at home with her. So you're just trying to do your best to preach your little speech and hope one subscriber says, "Oh fuck that! I'm unsubbing. I'm gonna go here to Queen Nicolina." Y'all just hold on to that. I know you both get up in the morning and run straight to Playboard. You probably have that ticker because Social Blade has that live ticker. Crude AF had it for Bullhorn Betty when she came back from Knoxville. And you can see that there was like boom, boom, boom. It was like the numbers were going down, down, down. It was the best. I can't get it to work on my YouTube though. But I'll bet you guys have that over there for the stand. I bet you check that ticker when you get up to pee in the middle of the night.
Likes, cash apps, and super chats. Hell yeah.
Who else do we know? Who else do we know that does that shit? I feel like the church lady. Satan? Ernie? Right. Mirror. Where's that damn mirror? Renee Marie says, Jimbo, what have you said about women and children? You're the biggest abuser. Shasta says, where's Roger? I would like to give him a big hug. Ew. Ew.
Take care of him. He's 40 years old. He weighs 250 pounds, and he can't speak. He's, he's the reason.
Yup, exactly.
The word retarded. Nicolina, you fucking bitch.
Artillery says, he called Maggie a little bitch. He absolutely did. But what did he do the very next day? He publicly apologized. Something none of you have ever done for saying any of the shit you said. But the day after he said that, he apologized.
Now, excuse me to say that word again, bitch.
Oh,
That wasn't me. I've never called.
did he attack my daughter when she was 12 years old? Fuck yes, he did, Tag. Fuck yes. And called her.
Okay, who remembers that story? Who remembers that story? She's not going to tell you the real story. I'll tell you the real story. She called Nicolina, called Jimbo from Maggie's phone Jimbo didn't know whose phone she called from. So when he seen that she called, Jimbo called her back on the number she called from, which happened to be Maggie's phone. Parent of the year. Why the hell would you use your daughter's phone to call a known pedophile abuser? Yeah, that's what happened. She's not going to tell you the truth of what happened, but that's exactly what happened. Because think about it, critical thinking. How the fuck would Jimbo get Maggie's number? How in the blue blaze of hell, in the whole scheme of anything, would Jimbo be able to get Maggie's number? Now, he might be able to get Nicolina's because Nicolina, passes it from creator to creator, subscriber. But you tell me, Nicolina, explain to me, how did Jimbo get Maggie's number? I know how. You called Jimbo from Maggie's number. Then you're going to sit up there with your sanctimonious ass and say, he called my daughter. He called my daughter. Right.
And called her because they were skip tracing.
Nah.
Yeah,
No.
hell yeah, they did. Yeah. But you know who's not suicidal because of Jimbo? Maggie. Want to know why? Because Maggie doesn't fucking know. I didn't tell her what Jimbo said about her.
You know something I know from being a child of a parent that said she don't know? I hate it when a parent says the child don't know, because you don't realize the child knows more than you think they know. But more than anything, Nicolina, you know that child knows more. You're just not going to admit it. So if you think kids don't hear you fight, or if you don't think your kids hear you being like this on the internet, you're a liar and full of shit. She knows, Nicolina. She absolutely does know. Somebody said,
Why? Because she's a child, Jimbo.
Sweet Dream said, you called Jimbo's son too, Nick, late at night. She sure did. Do you remember how disgusting she talked to Jimbo's son? Mm-hmm.
Oh. But
She'll skip over
here's
that.
something that's funny. So yesterday on Facebook for my Mean Girls live chat stream, I changed my profile picture to Jimbo. Okay. This is the picture I changed my Facebook profile to.
Goofy ass bird says, Roger didn't seem at all worried about Jimbo. He was cool as a cucumber. And Blowboy was shooketh on his own made up drama. Well, bird, if I'm a little bitch on my own porch with a gun, and I know that I'm not going to go anywhere without a gun, yeah, I probably would be cool as a cucumber too. The critical thinking. Don't any of you critical think? Do you think anybody else does a critical think?
You want to know what is funny? And my daughter's not here. She's spending the week with her father. Maggie says, Jimbo! She knows who your dumbass is.
Another clip I should have got, and I might still go get it. Just as Maggie knew who Jimbo was, Ernie was on her computer screen, and Nicolina was kissing Ernie's ass. And Maggie walks by and she goes, isn't that Ernie? And Nicolina's like, yeah. She goes, I thought you hated him. And Nicolina's like, well, not anymore. And she's like, well, I thought he was a bad guy. And she's making, she's like, well, fuck. How I ain't got time to explain it to her right now. No, Ernie's a good guy. And Maggie, because she is a sweet child, I honestly believe she's a sweet child. She said, oh, I always liked Ernie and felt sorry for him. Because despite of what her fucked up mother is, she, with any hope in hell, is not going to grow up like this woman here. Nicolina's going to do her damnedest to fuck her all up, but hopefully she will rise above. because she does seem like a sweet little kid. Now, where people on Jimbo's side of the fence have always said that Maggie was a sweet kid, all these fuck nuts over there have called Molly ugly, said horrible things that she's a brat, she's spoiled, she throws a fit. Why would you do that? If you can't say nothing nice, why would you say anything at all? And if you do slip up and say something in the, what they call it, mutual combat, it's not that bad to say, hey, I'm sorry, I went too far yesterday. None of you bitches have done that. Traders attempted it. Traders was trying to pull it off, but remember, looked like we took the high road. So we don't even know if that's legit or not.
We all laugh at you over here. Even my 13-year-old fucking laughs at you. She's like, man, I'm so glad I don't have a dad like that. I was like, yeah, same. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. T. You are.
And I'm sure Jimbo's whole household gets on their knees and says their prayer every day. Thank God they don't have a mother like you. And not just Jimbo's household. Anybody within ear reach of you, I'm sure, get down on their knees and thank God they don't have a mother like you. And I can see by the look of Tebow's eyes, every day he looks at you like, fuck my life. How did this end up my life? I'm out here working hard. I'm bringing in an income. How the fuck did I get stuck with this bitch for my life? And what was the Seinfeld guy? Sweet, merciful now, take me now. Serenity now, serenity now. That's what I think of.
Correctamundo.
Oh, that woman.
I can't. I'm here and I can't even click on you right now.
So y'all come along with me. Hang on, I'll see how far we are.
Oh, Lion Mama. Hey, quick question. You know how you made me that awesome?
Fast forward through that.
That was the deal. At the edge of my
Now we're back to watching Ernie. She's watching Ernie stream now.
Wi-Fi. Exactly. Yeah, I'm at the edge of my Wi-Fi right now. Otherwise, I'd be at the end of my drive. Exactly. But I forgot I'm not on the front with data, so they're pavement. Yep, exactly. Oh, yeah. This is going to be one for the ages right here. He's not going to show up. In fact, if he was to pull in that driveway right now, I would be on him like white on rice.
With a gun.
Like flies on shit.
With a gun.
Or like Jimbo on a good grift.
With a gun.
Even people in his chat.
Roger said, I could roast a marshmallow the size of Jimbo. That's not even funny, Roger. Autumn said, Autumn, Lightning Tiger. Jimbo is going to get someone seriously hurt because he has absolutely lost his mind. Everything is starting to unravel. And Jimbo can't control that. And control and manipulate is what he wants. Where do they get this idea, Jimbo, like this? I know where, because that's the gaslighting that Nicolene has preached. But poke your head out from under those clouds. Just poke it out. Oh, she's a lightning tiger. That says it all. Yeah. Never mind. Never mind.
Roger said he's not coming to you. You agreed to go back. He agreed. He agreed to go back. Like I say, I'm standing right here waiting on him.
Now, critical think. You have agreed. You said, dude, okay, I'll meet you at your county. And he's like, come up to my drive. Well, counties are kind of funny. What if you are on Roger's road that Roger owns, where he, has more of the castle doctrine to stand behind, which is another story. But nah, I would think if I was going to whip an old boy's ass, if I came to his county road, he could step out to the county road just to show good faith. Hey, dude, you wanted me here. I drove all the fucking way here. I paid the gas. You could come down to this road. Nope. Not only could Roger not do it, if he did it, he was going to have a gun. He was going to have the neighbors watching with guns, and he was going to have nunchucks and a walking stick. And Jimbo's the pussy. Only in Nicolina and Ernie's world would this turn around to Jimbo being the pussy. Roger Brown didn't even have the wherewithal to get to Jimbo. If he was the man that they say he is, he could have gotten his car, I don't think he has one, and drove his ass to Jimbo. But no, Jimbo went through the effort and spent the money, and he couldn't even meet him at the road without a gun. Artillery 45 says, he's dwindling away to nothing. Couldn't fight his way out of a wet paper sack. Which is it? Which is it? Pick a lane. Pick a lane. Is he disabled or faking disabled? You can't have it both ways. You can't tell me that doesn't cross their mind. Like, they've said their talk shit about Jimbo not being disabled. And as you're typing, he's dwindling away to nothing. Did your hand not stop and you're like, well, fuck. We just said today that he wasn't disabled. Here we're calling him disabled. Ah, fuck it. We'll just wishy-washy all over the place.
If he's at my dollar store, it's only 60 fucking seconds down the road at 55 miles an hour.
60
Start
seconds
walking,
down the
Roger.
road and he can't even show.
Meet him halfway.
Well, I guarantee he's not at the right one.
No.
I guarantee he just went. I guarantee he's trying to get.
All right, let's go back to Jimbo. Except for that she's a prop in your.
Oops, way too far.
Yeah.
So he went to his local
I hope you have your weapons. I'm dropping
dollar
down.
store and pretended.
Did you hear what she said? Nicolina said, I hope you have your weapons. I'm dropping down. If this is a good old country boy fight, Roger, why the fuck did you need weapons?
Section of 70 and 39 is a red and yellow flashing light. And a stop sign to my Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm at the edge of my Wi-Fi right now.
You can't even see. He's blind. And he can't walk.
So he went to his local
I hope you have your weapons. I'm dropping
dollar
down.
store and pretended. Now, at the intersection of 70 and 39 is a red and yellow flashing light and a stop sign. It's a very rural road.
What do you mean?
There's the two main intersections.
What are you talking about, man? Jimbo's own words. Jimbo's own words. He said he's going to come out to your road. That was the deal.
Right, Ernie, right. So if he's at the road, why can't Roger step out to the road without a gun? Do you understand where the whole hang-up came about? Jimbo was at the road. Roger could have, Roger was walking to the road, but Roger had a gun and nunchucks and a walking stick. That's where the whole thing went to fuck. All Roger had to do was step his pansy ass out there with nothing in his hand and fight. Game on.
At the edge of my Wi-Fi.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm at the edge of my Wi-Fi right now. Otherwise, I'd be at the end of my drive.
Exactly.
But I forgot I'm not on the phone with data, so they're pavement.
Yep. Exactly. Oh, yeah. This is going to be one for the ages right here. He's not going to show up.
In fact, if he was to pull in that driveway right now, I would be on him like white on rice.
With a gun.
Like flies on shit.
With a gun.
Or like Jimbo on a good grift.
Because Ernie's never
Even
grifted.
people in his chat said, Roger said he's not coming to you. You said you agreed to go back. He agreed. He agreed. He agreed to go back.
Like I say, I'm standing right here waiting on him. If he's at my dollar store, It's only 60 fucking seconds down the road at 55 miles an hour.
60 seconds down the road and he can't even show.
Well, I guarantee he's not at the right one.
No.
I guarantee he just went. I guarantee he's trying to get.
All right, let's go back to Jimbo. They're both live at the same time.
8 miles and 10 minutes away.
Cash. So Ernie called this and said this was and many others in chat said this is a Cash App scam.
Yet, I don't recall seeing anybody Cash App Jimbo. They may have. They may have. I wasn't watching it, steady. But Nicolina, who you got living in your basement, and you want to talk to anybody about a Cash App scam? You want to sit up here and be sanctimonious about a Cash App scam? Now, if Ernie would have done some shit like this, y'all would have said it's just a movie and Ernie was being entertained. Ernie was entertaining you. Well, could the same be said? Hell, that was some damn good content Jimbo provided right there. He got there on his own gas money, on his own dime, but it was a Cash App scam. You know why she's saying that? Because she's hoping that her little preaching will get one person to say, oh, it was a Cash App scam. And they'll unsubscribe. And so she can see one person fall off his numbers. It's ridiculous.
He wanted money. Jimbo wanted fucking money.
You
and
think?
This is how he was going to get it. Hyping his ass up. Like this was some.
If you're in chat and you want to, list all the ways that Ernie Shell in the last year has hyped up shit for a Cash App. He's living in your basement, Nicolina, remember? Your basement. Again, I don't think he is, but you say he's there, so I'm going to say he's there. Trader said, this was freaking hilarious. I watched it, and my eyes were leaking. Okay. Right. Mm-hmm. Spooky said, Benny has always done the best roast. Yeah, but not always. I mean, there were some good ones, but not always the best.
Wrestling ring. And I want to play something else, and I hope.
Exactly how a repressed homosexual behaves. Bro, you homosexual, bro. He's over there that you mess with. They can't see or hear.
And here's a boom moment. Somebody said, I just wish that Benny hadn't done what he did to Izzy Pop. Yeah, Ernie kind of shit all over her too. And poor Izzy has to watch her queen rubbing elbows and chumming it up with the two people on YouTube that, according to Izzy, destroyed her. I would think if I was as close to Izzy Pop as she professes to me, because it's like, you're harassing Izzy Pop and they, descend. If Izzy Pop was as near and dear to my heart as she makes it seem, I would never be seen with Ernie Shell or Benny for no reason. Not the greater good or any bullshit, let alone some frivolous bullshit like this. And I've heard Izzy's live. It's got to be, way on her mind. These motherfuckers destroyed me, and these bitches are over here having fun with them. That's quite the good friend there, Nicolina.
Too good. Hurries up and gives you the money to go to Michigan, bro. Hell yeah.
Come
Please
on.
go to Michigan, bro.
Come to Michigan, bro.
Because I want to test you and Uncle Kimmy's friendship. Because I think if somebody wanted to fuck you up with their hands,
Now she's streaming Benny. Yeah. Did you see her? Come on with it. Come on with it. She says that because it irritates people. Yeah. Nobody's irritated. We're cringing. We're like, oh my God. She's going to get any more cringe. But no, she does it because she thinks it's cool. She's got a man. Well, she's got not a man crush. She's got a crush on Benny. She's got a crush on Benny. And you can tell that by the way she just acts like Benny every chance she gets.
Uncle Kimpy ain't gonna stop it. Hell no. Uncle Kimpy is gonna sit there with his low T looking ass and watch you get fucked up.
Bet.
I swear, oh God, bro. Like I don't even think that Jim Toe could whip rap.
Which is it, guys? Disabled or not disabled? Pick a lane. Pick a lane.
$60 seconds down the road and he can't even show.
Beautiful. I'm not gonna lie. I really want Jimbo. You know what? I'll send you money to come to Michigan. You can pack up old Aunt Melanie Hall and her Jeffy son. You can travel the 10 hours. I will pay you. I'll pay your gas money, bro. If you couldn't afford to drive 45 minutes to Mount Vernon.
Never heard him say he couldn't afford it. In fact, we seen him put gas in and go the fuck down there. So miss me with that shit too. Smelly Cat said, what the bikers used to tell me, we handle our shit. We don't call the law. That's so ridiculous. They didn't know how a biker tell you that.
You definitely cannot afford to drive to Michigan. You dig?
You think?
And you wouldn't anyways, because well, Roger, I know Roger's background. I think Frank back here, Frank.
Take notice of Frank here. That day, Frank had just lost his best friend. We already know that he's sick of Nick's shit on YouTube. He hates it. Does this bitch have enough respect for her own husband and the family what's going through to shut the fuck up while he's home? Not today, Nicolina. Don't do this shit today. No. Let's watch what she does.
I think Frank would fuck you up. Handicapper. You crip. Come.
Is that a new cool word like bennies or funky bucks? She says for food stamps. Handicapper. Is that mocking the disabled? Handicapper, crip. She says shit like that, like she says retarded, because she's like, oh look, I'm so cool, I can say retarded. Look, I say handicapper. She's almost 50, and she's still trying to shock and awe with words like when little kids, cuss for the first time. She's still doing the same shit on the day that her husband has lost his best friend.
Come to Michigan, bro. Jimbo went to an old woman's home who takes care of an even older mother. Jimbo's coming to Michigan to deal with us. How do you feel about that, Frank? Hold on. How do you feel about that, Frank? Jimbo, you'll get curb stomped over here.
She thinks that's hilarious. She knows how much he hates this shit. And for one day, when he's going through some shit, she couldn't shut the fuck up for one day. Yeah. Mark my words. Just like the fall for Ernie's coming, this bitch is losing her marriage and she's not even smart enough to realize it. Donna in Austin, Texas says, White boy little dick radio always talks about bungholes.
Here. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro. Meh. Uncle Kempy, don't take estrogen. Penis in there talking shit. Yeah, Frank's like, meh. Uncle Kempy, don't take estrogen.
I don't know why that's funny.
Look at Jimbo driving down the road blind. You got white boy locked down the radio with a small penis in there talking shit. God, I need to come up with a jingle for this fuckery.
Trigger warning.
All right.
Because she's all about the cringe factor, she realized that singing a pedophile song to Jesus Loves Me was cringe. And just like a child, yeah, I say cringe shit. She's now going to sing some more shit under another hymn.
I'm going to try and sing a song. Now, I'm not a rapper rapist like General Awareness who just keeps singing Money on My Mind or Murder on My Mind. And rap, you are not the authority on murder. You can't even murder the pussy. You couldn't even fucking murder the pussy with a fucking rose that has 20 fucking settings for the clit.
Cringe. Cringe. Who the fuck talks about anybody else's sex life like
hands
that?
and baby legs.
Who does that? Just hearing it was just like, who the hell does that? Of all the things you can say, of all the things he is, why would you not so much disrespect, but yes, disrespect Smoky Mountain Mama too? Why would you even talk about that?
All right, hold on. Damn it. I know what I want to sing, and I'm going to sing it to I Can Only Imagine What It'd Be Like to Fight Jimbo in the dark of night. I can only imagine how many cops he'd call, 'cause he got scared of my blow-up doll. I can only imagine what Jimbo's life was like before YouTube, and he came to light. I can only imagine. Surrounded by bright lights, what will Jimbo do? Will he fight Roger? Or will the cops will Jimbo do? Will he fight Roger? Or will the cops come on through? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I can only imagine what Thelma's life is like as an indentured servant to a piggish man. I can only imagine. I can only imagine what Jimbo's bedroom's like when he says
Weirdo.
he can't give up a fight. Josh Shanks slides in deep
Gross.
as he's cuckolded by his size 6 wife, Felony. I can only imagine. Surrounded by Jimbo's screams, I'm calling the cops, What will Thelma do when he's put in handcuffs? I can only imagine. I can only imagine. All right. I'm not Eminem, but I tried. Yes, Rosie is monetized and she has memberships. Everyone head over. Beatboxing Jimbo. I'm not sure why the volume took a shit here. And I apologize. What are you guys picking up from here? He's a pussy? I don't know. So the dinner I'm making is a garlic prawn. He did to help Smoky Mountain Mama. He just undid yesterday.
Grubby Goat says, oh, went too far. Grubby Goat said that Roger was a handsome man here.
I'm calling the cops. Seriously. You come to Michigan, the moment I see you in Shiawassee County, I'll pay for your fucking gas.
She's a liar.
I will. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to bore people here. But I'm literally getting blamed. I had nothing to do with any of this. I can't think of why the sound just took a shit here. All right. Oh, I'm not sure.
Ernie, send that boy an Uber. Chicken dab, Nick. See if he shows up here with a confession, but no gun.
Listen, I will not only reimburse Jimbo for his trip here, I will also pay for your hotel stay at the Comstock Inn. You tell me when you're going to be here, and I will pay for your room, bro, and your gas. I won't pay for your food because you get food stamps, but I will pay you.
He does not.
But you have to bring Felony, Molly, Aunt Melanie Hall, and her son. All of them have to be here because you said last night that you were going to put Aunt Melanie in the car and come up when you just said she was on hospice and dying in your living room. The whole enchilada with verde.
You know, you're not eating at the right dollar store. Stop pretending. Jimbo, you're not even at the right dollar store. I mean, you said you'd fight me in the street. I'm here waiting to walk in.
And Thelma as horse. Do I agree with the...
I'm going to you'll hear it. I'm going to screenshot this. We won't let us back. We're back in the back panel. We won't let us up. Cool. The cowardice of Jimbo. He's just grifting his sheep for the nearest. He said, I didn't bring any money with him because he was hoping that someone would give him. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's...
All right, here's the part, I believe, if I haven't missed it, where Roger refers to Molly and...
Karen Spence says, if I was Jimbo, I would delete my channel and leave YouTube. He has made a fool of himself. That's exactly what they're hoping right now. They're hoping that they can gaslight Jimbo into thinking that, oh my God, no, didn't happen. Failed again. Failed. The buzzer sound. Bzzz, failed again. Just like with Ash. Rap and Nicolina teaming up to make Ash this horrible person. And they tried and tried and tried and tried. And guess what? Ash is still here. That has to suck. Plan A didn't work. Plan B didn't work. C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. In Jimbo's case, they're on ZZ now. Fuck, he's still here. Fuck, he's still here. And while I don't like Mama T, they're saying the same thing about her. Why didn't that bitch delete her channel? I can't believe that bitch is still here. Fuck, another fail. Sorry, I was going to try quit saying that word.
Selma as horse. Do I agree with the Molly's a horse? No. But tensions were fucking high. And Jimbo has said worse about other children. So
Right, no.
it is what it is.
No way.
He's not gonna let me up.
We don't know, Grubby. Nobody knows.
We're sitting here the entire time. Hell, even my neighbor. He's not gonna let me up. I'm in the backstage. I'm gonna show everybody. I'm in the backstage. You want to let me up? He's not
Ernie was kidding.
You're such a okay, so I'm in the backstage. You're sitting here. He's not gonna let us up.
Listen, I don't care how you feel about Ernie. Ernie is probably one of the funniest people on YouTube that I watch. If you can set aside how you feel about him personally, which
My hand to God. My hand to God. I will never be saying how funny Ernie is. We know he's funny, ridiculous, and I can laugh at him. But never be saying he's funny and praising him for being here on YouTube. Nicolina, where did your thoughts change? I really want to get that answer out of you and all the mental girls. You came here to hunt Ernie down, and then all of a sudden, Ernie wasn't worth hunting. Not only is he not worth hunting, but you moved him into your basement. He was such a foul predator that you took on the mission to fight Ernie Shell because he was so bad. And he's in your basement. Explain that. Explain. Did Ernie change? Nope. Ernie's still lying. What changed?
I don't have any problems with him personally, but I know some of you may. He's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Ooh, his elbows. Seriously. Anthem, you're not getting out of your crate right now. You're on timeout for whatever reason. Dude, I listened to Ernie's live twice today, and I could not stop fucking laughing. Like, he's funny.
It's a little fucking just like her mother.
Ernie, let me see.
You want to fight now, bitch?
Boring piece of shit father.
Yes, Jimbo. Your daughter is a little whore just like her mother.
There, you hear?
That
That is what Roger said. Now, not that I agree that it's okay to say that. However, the art of love and war engagement, it happens. You're trying to trigger and upset your opponent. And this opponent drove 45 minutes, begging for.
But common sense and morals, something would tell you there's lows you don't go. And what is this? Rules of engagement, the law of art of war, whatever the hell it is. What are you fighting for, Nicolina? You are fighting Jimbo harder for something he never did than you started out fighting Ernie for. That don't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense because that's not why you're here. You're here just to fight. You don't give a fuck who it is. You just want to fight.
Fucking gas money. Then called the cops on himself. So, I mean, wasn't in bad poor taste? Maybe. I'm not going to judge because I say some fucked up shit. So let's rewind that, shall we?
Oh, you got to play it twice.
The feed his elbows to Roger. Get out of here, you fucking handicapper. Get home, you suicidal dog.
Okay.
Go home, Jimbo, before you get hurt. You can't get off the fucking porch. Get out. Get out. Come off the porch. Jimbo, your little daughter is a little fucking Kentucky whore just like her mother.
Ernie, let me see.
You want to fight now, bitch?
Boring piece of shit father.
Yes, Jimbo. Your daughter is a little whore just like her mother.
Your daughter is professing she's going to end her life. Great priorities, Coach Jimbo.
No, Gigi.
About your daughter and your wife in just a moment.
Jimbo.
Yes, this will be exhibit A, right before the lawyer says to discharge you. You know, I can just nothing.
Come on, get boy. Come on, get boy.
I'm gonna have to pull back. I'm gonna have to go towards the deck.
Roger, we love you.
Did you notice that Kemper didn't jump on a live? I didn't jump on a live. Head ball liquor. Nobody was jumping on a live encouraging Jimbo to go fight. People were in the chat saying, don't. You know why? Because the people in Jimbo's chat cared about him. Do you think Nicolina and Ernie gave two shits about Roger Brown? They gave zero fucks. They wanted to see a slaughter. They wanted to see blood. They wanted to see gore. They wanted to see a massacre. Watch how she moves when I push play.
Go get the other phone.
Get the other phone. Let's watch the down. Let's watch the fetal comment.
I ain't got a gun. I got the gun if I walk off the property. He said I got my weapons.
Oh, Jimbo's staring down. Woo!
I always have a gun when I walk off the property.
Did you hear that? I'll have a gun if I walk off the property.
Standing in that road. Oh, no. I've got
Roger, go get the other phone, quick.
Roger, roll a gun on me.
Time.
And if I'm attacked off the property, I will use the pistol because it is my right to defend myself. You said you were going to come down my road, and I'm standing in that road. You said all I had to be was in the road, and you come down it, and you. I am in the road. I mean, you can see. I don't get much more clear about than this, do I? Shit, don't have to. Oh, God. Oh, my God. You can see on the
They're so
Handsome with
happy.
his glasses on.
You hear that?
intersection.
Can I just say, Roger looks very handsome with his glasses on. Put a 7 in the chat if you have seen Roger.
My hand to God. No matter how drunk I am, no matter what, you will never hear me say how handsome Roger Brown is.
In his glasses. Oh, this is my favorite lotion, Midnight Amber Glow. But Roger, with his glasses on, looks way more intimidating than he does without his glasses on. Roger, you need to wear your glasses more. Seriously, for real.
Cringe.
Okay, you remember the axe handle you went out the door. You went out the door with it. I was out by the door. You don't remember that?
He did not.
Yeah, he did. He went to go out the door to fight his neighbor.
Okay, so we're going to listen to this story real quickly because my supper is ready. But I want to say this. Jimbo has been dunked on over and over and over again. I'm embarrassed for him. I'm not going to lie. All right, I'm done for the night. Jimbo, you've been owned and beat the fuck up all over these YouTube streets. You're fucking crazy. You're a liar. Your wife is nuts. I just told my wife without saying. My tongue had... Stop that, Greg. Stop that.
That would be Gregory talking sexual to Nick. So, yeah, cringe again. Okay, that's it. That's it for that. I don't know if y'all were like me when I was watching it, but all I could think of was like, I told Nick, put a mirror up there. Just hold a mirror up to her. It's just crazy. Just crazy. Roger is gross. Is absolutely gross. Skunk says, I'm hoping after this incident with Skern and Skankopotamus that Jimbo will ignore all that noise and live his life. Skunk Ape, it's easier said than done. Because like I said a lot of times, she was singing that Jimbo loves the little children to Jesus loves me. And I was making that clip and just making the clip. It wasn't me she was saying about it. And I was like ready to climb the walls. It is so much easier said than done. And you got to think about it. If you're not there to hear it all the time, you might think that, Jimbo says it, hears it now and then, but constant. And it's not like she's saying Jimbo's a piece of shit. Jimbo's a motherfucker. She's saying Jimbo's a pedophile. 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 Over and over and over and over again. It's too much. But she'll say, then get the fuck off of YouTube. Which is exactly what she wants. Just like JLR and Bullhorn Betty. It's online extortion. They're hoping they fuck with you so much that you get the fuck off of YouTube. They don't care if they have to hurt your child, hurt you, hurt your wife, hurt your job. They don't care. It's online extortion, and they're going to do whatever the fuck they can do. So, what do? Do you take a stand? And the stand was founded on the stand. Do you stand up and say, no, we are not going anywhere. We're going to fight these motherfuckers. Because guess what? If Jimbo and Kemper left, if Ashley left, do you think Bullhorn Betty is the perfect example? Crude backed off. Stopped talking about her. Do you think that made Bullhorn Betty shut the fuck up? No. It gave her wind. It gave her power. Ha ha ha, look what I did. And she got worse. So it's easy to say, ignore it. It's easy to say, well, I would just get off YouTube. Yeah, and if everybody left when they were when extortion tactics were played, then there'd be nothing but shitty people like Nicolina terrorizing everybody. And the minute you didn't comply, you would be next. So, yeah, I don't blame Jimbo one bit for saying enough. Motherfucker, you want me to come down there? I'm coming. Not that it's smart. Don't want to see him do it, but I can absolutely understand how it's too much. It's too much. And if you report it to YouTube and YouTube's not doing anything, it's really hard to take, a civil case, but it can be done. But it's looking like there is some laws to protect children, if nothing else, on the internet. So this is where I'm encourage Mama T. I gave you everything you needed to take to your police department. You are the only one that can take that to the police department. You hold the power in your hands right now to at least go down and file a report. And just maybe, Mama T, you hold the power in your hand to get Nicolina off of YouTube. And are you going to let us down, Mama T? Are you just going to blow it off for whatever reason? Your boyfriend's a drug addict, you're whatever. No, Mama T, we're looking to you as our savior, so to speak. I gave it all to you. I put it in a nice little package for you. Links, clips, timestamps there. And we're just waiting for you to do the right thing. And because he's a bum, Sammy. He's a bum. He'll say some bunch of excuses of why he ain't got a job. You just, enough of them low life that Nicolina talks about that don't have a job. But Roger Brown has done some shady shit for Nick. So she has to keep him on the payroll, Like what you say, I'm done giving everybody money except for Roger Brown. Mm-hmm. So while I don't expect Smoky Mountain Mama to go report the rape, because that is a totally different, way more serious, intimate, whole bunch of factors going into that where it's up to the woman. I mean, you don't know. I would never hold her that. But I am going to hold Mama T to at least make it a damn report. Hell of a lie said he was in Boyd and took the money and spent the money and did not fix the water. He was exposed and kicked out of Boyd. Yeah, how the fuck low do you got to be to get kicked out of Boyd? But you know what's even grosser? They say he bathes and shits in, what is it, Butlet Creek or Bullet Creek? I'm not sure down there, but here, all of our little streams and creeks around the town here eventually flow into our water supply, our water tower. How gross is it to think the folks in his town might be drinking Roger Brown shit water or Roger Brown bathwater? Disgusting. He was telling some bullshit tales the other day about how he was a big biker, and when someone didn't move, he just knocked him the fuck out of the way. Shut up, Roger. You did not. That's ridiculous. He's got a girlfriend now, though. He says he's got a girlfriend now. Sure, Jan. Rap said that about the creek, but on a map, the creek is too far for Roger to use. Oh, well, thank goodness for small favors. But yeah. Bird on a Wire sitting over there on disability. Roger's over there on disability. And they'll sit right there as Nicolina talks shit about people being on disability. You crip. You handicapper. And they're just smiling. Yeah, go ahead, Nick. Yeah, talk shit about it, because we're in that category too. Oh, Nick, we love you, Nick. Bitch, she's talking about you. Don't you think for 1 minute that she ain't really talking about you? If you're living on bennies and you're not working, she's talking about you. They're too stupid to see it. I like to see that girlfriend. I know. It's like, sure, Jan. Sure, Jan. I want to get dinner over with, and Barnyards tonight. I don't know how many people's left. I think Ash said maybe 3. Me and Ash and maybe Sarah Smiles. I'm not real sure. I would like people to go vote me off, because I would rather Sarah or Ashley get the $50 than me. So please, if you want to do anything for me tonight, go to Southern Girls and vote me off, because they're both better people than I am, and I would just rather that one of them win. And I really thought the Mean Girls were going to come for Ashley last week, but no, they didn't. And my haters just suck, because I haven't been in danger for the last, 3 weeks or so. The first weeks, man, it was a close one, because all the Tigers were calling in, and everybody that hated me was calling in. But I guess I just faded away, and I don't got haters anymore. My haters suck. Haley said, did he knock them all out of the way in his dress and high heels? I don't know. He was just being weird about it, like saying some badass, like, oh, I was such a badass in my youth, and I did this and this and this and this. Shut up, Roger. You didn't either. I mean, if you did, that just says you're all kinds of fucking dysfunctional, because why would anybody who functions normally just push people out of the way because they didn't get out of the way? Way to tell everybody you were a fucking weirdo back then, even. Oh, thank you, Ashton. Not always the best, but he wears his dead mother's clothes. Well, ew. I just know I think Ashley's got younger kids, and Sarah takes care of her adult disabled son, and my boys are grown on their own. I just spit it on cocaine and hookers. just kidding. But okay, I'm gonna go. Thank you for being here. And I'll try to come back tonight, because I really want to go over a video of Griff's that I downloaded. Fuck. It's hilarious. It really is. I hope it's as hilarious when I'm awake as it was in my sleep. So, okay. Thanks for being here. I gotta go. Bye.